Hey everybody, it's Bobo the Vulture.
I'm Mysterious JG.
And it's time to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 3. No, it's
No.
not right. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty?
Mm-mm.
No. Here we go. This one is too old. This one is too new. This one is just right.
Back in the Super Bad 70s. Finally, a 70s era Metal Gear game.
Oh yeah, this is from 1974, which, if I'm remembering right, was the year Black Belt Jones came out. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the most noteworthy event of 1974.
We'll get ready to execute your kung fu moves and chase down an afro chick for some hot 70s blaxploitation sex, because it's Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, baby.
Alright, so
Don't
you can
read
read
that.
that if you want.
Yeah,
but
they've had pretty bad spoilers in the
it's
past.
spoilerific, so I wouldn't look if you can avoid it. I see some Hind helicopters back there, though, or something that looks like it. We'll call those helicopters the Hind. That sounds pretty funny, right?
Yeah, you know what? I, as Sigint, get to name all technology.
Well, I mean, he eventually does. Spoilers. He gets to name everything by controlling culture.
Spoilers for the previous games, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you're not playing them in story order, or the game saves automatically.
Certain points. Do not power off the system while the hard drive disk access indicators flash. Okay, I won't do that.
So a little background here, folks. This is the second Metal Gear Solid game on a portable system. This one was brought over to the HD collection, and the previous one was not, because the earlier game, Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, which I've never played, it's almost universally considered one of the weakest games in the Metal Gear series. But it is part of the canon.
Yeah.
So
I tell you what, I've in my life occasionally bandied about with the idea of getting a PSP, because the only other the only other game in the Steambot Chronicles series, Steambot Chronicles Battle Tournament, also a PSP exclusive. If I ever got one of those, they do have video out that you can use on them.
It's certainly a possibility.
It would be a big investment to like get a new system and some new games.
It's I don't know. I think it's probably emulatable, but we don't
Yeah.
usually advocate that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Peace Walker Special Edition, HD Edition rather. But yeah, to
So,
throw out
I mean-
some quick background here. I got a kick in the seat to do this, not to dwell on this for too long, but Lethal Feline, who's a Voltron Army dude, he's got Grimathon guest commentary. They started doing the Metal Gear games, so I was like, oh shit, we better hurry up and do Peace Walker, because clearly there are two competing LPs in this game, and no one else LPs any Metal Gear game. But no, it gave me a kick in the pants to get this thing.
By the way, let me just interject real quickly, and
I guess some kind of intro.
I was gonna suggest to people that they might want to adjust their televisions to the color pattern there, but peace amongst men living alongside one another is not a natural state. On the contrary,
Too fast.
I'll never know what
Happened too
Kant
fast.
had to say. What a cunt.
But we might have a little breathing room to get this rolling, because the they're getting ready to do the Metal Gear games in sequence of when they occurred, as opposed to when the games were released. Which means, in theory, they should have to go do Portable Ops. So there's Gaz, Master, Kazuo, whatever, Miller.
Ramon. Who's this? Machi.
Terrible strong.
Kaz
It's
and
Riku.
Kaz.
Some of these characters are going to have like one line in the entire game, aren't they?
Ichiko. Now, admittedly,
Dr. Strangelove, wasn't he an old Nazi in a
she
wheelchair?
looked oddly familiar.
Got me. That was Captain Picard.
What, the big shell? So many things look like other things that have already happened. Oh no, it's
That
another...
looks like the Shagohod.
Yeah.
Kojima never recycles ideas. This is crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what this could possibly
I mean, he's into
be.
recycling. It's whole part of the peace movement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it peace or victory there? We don't know. Was it victory
In
Kaboom Wall Street?
Japan, they use like the peace sign to mean like different things.
Hello. And
Yes, and we are cute girls on vacation.
Yeah.
Whatever the heck it means.
I guess I should press start button this
You
time.
should probably press start button this time. Yeah, what I was saying was
it was Peace Walker, and I just pressed start, and it like went
guns fired. That's not peaceful at all.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta move the screen position using the left analog.
But yeah, I was tossing out there that there's other Voltron Army, because I guess we're Voltron Army, but I don't know if there is a Voltron Army anymore. But yeah, they're out there doing it. That's cool. But I wanted to throw it out because the missing piece here, which if we LP it, we'll LP it later, is it'll probably get referred to somewhat in this game too. The basic plot of Portable Ops is, if you will recall from Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake gets the title of Big Boss, but he also gets hugely disenchanted with the American government.
Yes.
The basic plot of Metal Gear Portable Ops is that something goes down where he's like accused of a crime he didn't commit or something, or maybe Major Zero is. But he spends that game assembling this group that's going to work for him as this kind of independent force, independent of governments, and like he actually recruits some of those guys into it. And so now, by the time this game starts, I think he has his own like private mercenary group, which kind of a bit of a prologue to obviously where he ends up going later in Metal Gear when he's like the head of crazy evil army Solid Snake has to fight. But that game is basically about him recruiting people to join his fighting force, and he defeats an evil villain who I think was named Gene, which is ridiculous. Like, the evil Gene.
Look, I don't know if you've ever seen Mean Gene Okerlund cut a promo with somebody that he had less than the utmost respect for. But,
I've seen Gene Hackman in command of a nuclear submarine. He was pretty terrifying, but still.
I've seen Gene Hackman in command of a guy named Nuclear Man, who promised that if Superman didn't bend to his will, that he was going to hurt people.
So if we ever LP that game, clearly we'll be making a lot of Gene Hackman references. But I think the overall plot is that at this point, Big Boss. Oh, the other thing is Big Boss isn't calling himself Big Boss because he doesn't think he's earned the right, but he's like the head of his own army, and that's kind of the starting point.
Okay. So English, delete transfaring and extras. Let's go to new game. How's that?
Yeah.
I don't know
what is 2 games? Oh, that's probably back to the menu. Yeah, never mind.
No.
It doesn't look like this came with
bundled in with
other
and put your player name. You may use up to 15 uppercase letters, numbers, and/or specific symbols. All right.
So I guess we're Mystesius Bobo.
Yeah, probably. Although, is that going to be? Why's it got to be this way? How come I can't just use? Oh, input mode. Nope. You might want to entertain the folks while.
Yeah, I was just thinking, what should I be saying? Well, I don't want to dwell on. I was going to go.
Sorry, I did. If I'd known that we were going to have to put in our name, I would have allowed you to give the sort of background to.
Yeah, we could have done that earlier. But I was just, as I started going through the background, I was like, actually, now that I think about it, I haven't actually gone back and refreshed my memory on what the plot of that game was. And what I know about it is based on, I think I read a 2-paragraph summation on the Metal Gear Wiki because I was curious. So yeah, I'd mentioned, I don't want to dwell on it too much, that there's another that Lethal and Grimmeth are LP in the game, and that's a fun watch too. If watch this first, obviously, but if you still have a thirst for more Metal Gear, check out their stuff as well. But I was just thinking, okay, we don't have to jump on Revengeance. It's going to take a while to get to Raiden, the like cyber ninja fighting like freaking Metal Gears and shit.
In the future.
Got a little wall for that, but this one
you wanted to hop right on.
But the other thing I want to mention about this one, and now that you've already got it all typed in, this is going to be the first one that's going to be completely blind for both of us.
Yes. 3 was mostly blind for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think pretty much all the other ones we'd both played through at one time. Well, no. Actually, no. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake was.
Oh, that was blind for both of us. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake was blind for both of us. And man, talk about confusing nomenclature. Trying to get Metal Gear. Okay, now Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, not Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah.
Right. But okay, so this one will be completely blind for us. So it's the first quote solid game that's blind for us, even though the word solid isn't the title of Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake.
Actually, is the term Metal Gear Solid in this one, or is it just Metal Gear Peace Walker?
Maybe it's just Metal Gear Peace Walker. It's not Metal Gear Acid, I know that.
No.
And
is Metal Gear Acid the one that
Metal Gear Acid I've never played, but it's apparently it's actually
It's
a
on Game Boy
card.
Color.
It's a card game of some kind.
Oh, never mind.
It has a storyline, and it even has a sequel which follows on from the original. It's just that the stories don't actually tie into the rest of Metal Gear. So
Wasn't there a vaguely tactics one or something?
that's, I think, what it
Acid
is.
one,
It's
yeah.
Acid is sort of vaguely
Alright.
tactics. There was something else I was
More
going to
or
say.
more the
I
words
can't
entered
remember.
cannot be used in this game. What?
Fine, if they want it to be all caps, that'll work for me. Are they?
Do they not like the phrase Bobo?
Anti-Bobo racists. Maybe put an underscore instead of a space, although they let you make a space. I don't understand it. Maybe it's too many characters.
Do a quick count for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I believe.
Alright, yeah, we've got just enough. Stesius Bobo. All one. That's okay.
Well, Mystesia Space Bobo would have been better, but I guess we'll take what we can get.
I guess this is okay. It's not great. Let's see.
The configuration is similar to that of the Monster Hunter Freedom series. Oh.
Hunter type. Okay. Also, anybody know...
Right, shooter type is MGS4. Action type is the Maryland Payment Office, which I don't understand. And then hunter type is Monster Hunter Freedom.
I'm going to guess they mean Metal Gear Portable Ops, maybe?
That probably is what they mean.
Alright, so... But...
Even they are afraid to admit that game exists and say its full name out loud. Metal Gear Portable Ops also featured, you didn't just play as Snake, you played as other characters, but everyone controlled exactly like Snake. So you could make a paramedic go around on sneaking missions.
So attack, action, auto-aim...
I guess I should be looking at this too. I'll be playing at some point.
Crouch, lie. Oh, you can press these arrows and they do stuff. Interesting. Because, yeah, these... It's kind of think of it, the actual D-pad doesn't really get used much at all in Metal Gear games beyond the first Metal Gear Solid.
Crouch and lie is the same. Reload is circle. Action button. How do you fire? That's R1?
It is R2, looks like.
But what is...
Oh, no, R1, you're
yeah,
right.
R2 and L2 don't appear to do anything.
Yeah, no.
Because it's
R2
based on a different
Yeah, it's based
system.
on a system that
had
had
fewer
only
buttons.
2 shoulder buttons.
Yeah.
Or you could go with action type, which...
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Just because heaven forbid we get to gameplay. Bobo was a little confused about Metal Gear Solid 3 because I remember before we started he was saying, isn't that the one where they turned Big Boss into a woman? It's like, not exactly. But I have had a little bit of this one spoiled for me. It's not completely blind, so I'm going to try not to like drop too many hints.
I guess I'll just use these controls.
Yeah.
A, it's the default, and B, apparently it's the one that is most like the last Metal Gear
Closest
game
to,
we
yeah,
played.
yeah. I would go with the one
So,
that's close to Metal Gear 4. I've had a little bit of this spoiled. There is a point where someone that you thought was a good guy turns out to be a bad guy, or someone was a bad guy turns out to be a good guy in
What?
every Metal Gear game. I know what one of the big switches is going to be, so I'm just going to try not to drop hints on that. Otherwise, I don't know what's coming.
Yeah, unfortunately, that itself is a hint. Now I'm going to be listening to how you talk. I thought you were saying the big spoiler that you got is...
Oh, nobody switches sides?
Well, no, the big switch that you got was, I got spoilers that one of the characters has a big switch and turns against you that was working with you or was with you and turns against... Yeah. I thought you were just saying the existence of that was the spoiler you got. And I was like, well...
No, now I know who it is.
Yeah.
So I'll try not to make too many jokes about it. The big shock, of course, was that in Metal Gear 3 you appear to go through a whole game without that happening. And then
In AD 1964, war was beginning.
Then it turns out that the people who are your friends don't betray you during the game, but they do become the greatest villains in human history. One of America's heroes has defected to the Soviet Union. Oh no, Yakov Smirnov. Wait, no. That's reversal. He's a Soviet hero defected to us.
Well, no, I was thinking Yakov Smirnov went back, but she's known as the boss, mother of special forces. Oh man, however the American-made miniature nuclear warhead she took with her was used to destroy Soviet research
The
facilities.
Davy Crockett, I remember.
So it all balances out.
Then stuff happened in Portable Ops that we're going to ignore.
Physical scale nuclear war. The leaders of the world superpowers held talks. to
Soviet
prevent
Union wanted
Snowmageddon.
assurances that this was not the work of Uncle Sam. They wanted America to eliminate one of its most legendary soldiers, the boss.
And so a mission was set out to assassinate Bruce Springsteen.
The person assigned to this mission was your closest apprentice, a soldier known as Snake. Snake made the anguished journey into enemy territory, eventually confronting and killing the boss at a fortress called Krasnikradya, proving represents its own crap.
Having saved the world, Snake was hailed as a true hero given the title scroll.
Hungry squirrel.
However, following the award ceremony, Snake disappeared.
I transposed some words there, but it all worked out.
Yeah, that's fine. You're not the first person to do it.
No, nothing special about me.
Take anything as an insult. Konami Digital Entertainment presents, in association with Westcom.
English adaptation by Bellucci Productions. Oh. Got a quiver going in my controller here.
Tara Strong has been in a lot of video games. She was Riku, for example. These other people have too, I'm sure. I'm just blanking on who they are.
Great Deluise.
Cat Tabor. Tabor's cats.
Oh, yeah.
Which somehow, to me, not as, inspiring of
As Doctor.
good feelings as Doctors Without Borders.
Médecins Sans Frontières. Yeah. Well, that guy just flipped himself out. That's.
Oh, Alberto Del Rio's in this game. Little Juanito Cena. You're a peasant.
So yeah, all these guys are fighting each other to figure out which one of them is going to be the announcer,
Where do you get that
the
scar?
personal announcer of Boss.
Is that just because he wants to look more like the boss? So he got a
don't you
C-section?
remember it it magically slithered off of her body when she died?
Yeah, but I didn't remember it slittering onto him. Did
No.
that actually happen?
Maybe it did in his sleep.
Hey, boss! Wanna go around?
Oh, generic soldier, you can crush me anytime you want.
Free control time. Oh, wait a second. Oh, apparently flipping out doesn't work anymore.
Oh no.
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us!
Yeah, fight him.
Show him how it's done, boss!
Beat him up.
Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your target.
Thanks.
Therefore,
Bondage, get
you
him.
must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the right stick.
Fourth wall.
Now, when I give you an order, look in that direction.
Intruder to the left. Intruder to
Look
the right.
up.
What do you say?
Good.
Yeah.
Look down. Good. You should be familiar with the up and down
Elite
controls
training
now.
right here.
Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay.
I can sense that you press the action button.
Next, we'll check your left and right.
Intruder to the
Look right. Good. Look left.
You're already looking that way.
Good. You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on.
By the way, they were mirrored. Pressing the stick made you look right. Pressing the stick left makes you look right. Pressing the stick right makes you look left.
Okay.
Horizontally mirrored.
Okay. You can change the controls anytime in options.
If you want to play like the Maryland
Go with the
Payment
method that works
office.
best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change
That's a joke.
stances.
Yeah.
If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now.
Well, but
At
then you
times,
would
you will need to get
spoil
low
the
to
enemy's
avoid
fun.
detection. You have 3 stances. Stand, crouch, and
Stand,
lying
crouch,
down.
and sexy
To change
crouch.
stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying
Can't
down.
crawl.
I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is
I'm
that
repeating it
clear?
because I know it doesn't make sense to veteran players.
Yep, I'm just controlling my.
Good. Next, we'll work on your movement.
It didn't make me get up. I'm
Left
still down there.
Stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly. Tilt farther to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder
By the time
when
these
running,
soldiers are done
making you
being
easier
trained,
to
they're all going to be as
discover.
effective as
careful.
Solid Snake / Big Boss. And they'll all be out there performing missions. It will no longer be up to Big Boss to accomplish everything for his army. Aren't you excited?
Good.
Do you
Now
believe
we
me?
have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way
Some kind of
and
cart
for
rail.
getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles.
Keep rolling, rolling,
To
rolling.
roll, tap the crouch button while running. You got that? Tap the crouch button while running. Don't forget it.
Do what now?
That's it.
I'm gonna
Next, I
kill
will
you.
explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy.
You can't just surrender.
One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Beat me up.
That is incorrect, boss!
He's like, how dare you? I'm the boss.
That is incorrect, boss! Impressive, boss!
Impressively.
Impressive how incorrect
We're
you
gonna
were.
practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them
Boys
with
have
a
a god
million
rod,
and a
girls
half
have a
bolts.
shade.
Anyone on the receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal.
Use facial
Prepare
expressions.
yourself for stun rod training. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Didn't ask.
Impressive, boss! Now we'll move on to
gonna-
CQC. CQC, or Close
Well,
Quarters
then,
Combat,
apparently-
refers to when engaging an enemy in battle at very close
Apparently
range.
accidentally
It
already
is a
did some
quick
of.
and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each
You're
of
gonna
them.
be here for a
Don't
while.
get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent. To do this,
Plug in
position
controller
yourself
port
near your
2.
opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the left stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent.
Even though he may resist you, throw
Go.
him.
I'm ready, boss.
You seem to have that down pretty well.
Fine work, boss!
You
Next, I'm going to teach you how
stab
to
him with his
restrain an
stun rods.
opponent close to you. This is a cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in
He's a
mind.
freak. You
Let's
won't.
begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
If only I had a generic black man to help me.
Impressive, boss! Start talking. Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press the
Seriously, you should
direction
have,
on the left
Ash
stick
out
when
here
you
to
have
help
them
you.
restrained. Restrain your opponent and throw them on my
At
command.
any moment, this guy's gonna start sending
Go.
bombs after you.
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss!
Please.
Now we will try
Harder.
CQC against multiple enemy opponents. You can also take out a group of enemies by throwing an opponent you have restrained.
The battery for controller 1 is
Restrain
low.
an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then, tilt the left stick to throw them. By tilting the left stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying
We're
straight
super
into them.
pro, folks.
On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Shit, I missed all of the instructions.
Press R when.
Oh, well.
That is incorrect, boss! Next. Fine work,
Yeah, I guess
boss!
that means throw people into others.
Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
It wasn't good enough though somehow.
That is incorrect, boss! Next. Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone
Let's
who
all
feels like
mock
getting their
him
ass
for murdering
kicked,
his
step forward.
favorite
Don't
person in
hold
the
back,
world.
boss. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other.
you can do the Chun-Li
To
spin kick.
simply press the attack button again while throwing the
that's what I
current
was
enemy.
doing.
Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
So I'm gonna be lost when it's finally my turn to play. Oh, you have the slow-mo.
Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Next.
Oh, it's direction. You have to press a direction and all one at the same time.
Fine work, boss. Again.
Stop it!
Go.
Again, you seriously didn't do it very well, so.
Next. Boss, press the attack
He
button
just
when
gets
the icon
mad when you
appears.
take out 2 with one attack. Is that what it is?
Next.
Possible.
Fine work, boss.
Okay.
And stop.
Stop torturing
That's it
that
for
guy!
today. Thank
They're
you,
not real
boss.
shot sticks. It's not like he's the Mountie.
Now the big boss man's here, and the loser of this fight's gonna spend the night in jail.
Snake.
And the boss man then says, "I'm ready for you, boss."
Oh, I wonder if we can pause during these sequences. Because it's actually about time to end the first video.
I don't know.
I don't know if I dare.
Well, yeah. Yet to speak in this game.
What's going on, Kaz?
We've got guests.
Time to move.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley.
Hey, it's not the same voice actor.
He's
but
doing
that-
it.
I brought
Straight
him.
something.
Made sure we won't fall.
Well, no, but
Thank you, big boss.
last time we encountered
Snake.
anybody with that, they
Sorry,
has-
big boss.
Big boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
So stop trying right
But in revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
We just have war bullets appear on our hands.
Commentary from the cat there. Hey, Little Red Riding Hood's here.
She sure is looking good. She's lifting the
Here. Thank you.
Hey, it's Spike Siegel.
I feel like a new man. There's no
Oh no, it's
copyright
Super
for
Joe,
stuff.
that treacherous motherfucker.
So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Sure.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed
Of a
group
squirrel.
in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
The University
Rica
of
doesn't
Peace
have
doesn't
an
have an army. Costa Rica doesn't have an army?
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua?
Oh wait, I saw the
No,
Sixth Sense.
no,
She's
they don't
actually
appear to be
dead.
guerrillas. They're far too organized.
I think it's
What's
like
your government's
La
take?
Jetée. And he's flashing back to
The
his
authorities
past,
in
and
San
she's the only
Jose
thing in
claim it's a
color, except that
multinational
that got
security
shooting.
firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica.
Codessa.
Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Shitloads of shiploads.
Yep.
Where'd they get that kind of cash? I fear
Said
La
DiBiase.
CIA may be involved.
LACIA?
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard.
Yeah.
Even after
I
Cuba,
thought that was Canada.
we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S.
And your government can't just give them the boot.
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Oh, Second Amendment would really help them out. I don't know how you can live in a country where you can't
Japan's
bear arms.
constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can maintain an army.
Recent events have had them question about that.
I understand.
Yeah, and there is a reason that they've got the Article 9.
Ideology that you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country.
Look,
We come to you.
With
Militaires
gestures.
sans frontières.
Like the Sons of Liberty!
So, you want to hire us?
Well, yeah.
Yes, as our deterrent.
Are you gentle with
We
colors
can't
and a
afford
gold
to
wash?
pay much, it's
I'm
true,
sorry, that's detergent.
but
I have a hot
we
chick in a
can
red
offer
outfit.
you this: a forward operating base, an offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me.
What?
sounds pretty neat.
This place is becoming a mess anyway.
We need an
Snake,
offshore oil rig.
We need someplace we can settle down.
You and me and start a
The
family.
governments agreed to cooperate, unofficially, of
Which means
course.
officially they'll kick you out
The
as soon as
chopper
you're
for
done.
transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army.
Although the way you phrased that, I probably should have said no.
We've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't going to do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
He works for Google.
No, I'm not here on their behalf.
These are for the people, right?
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple
There are
universities.
peace universities all over the place.
Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace.
So I took her to an
Her
army.
name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Oh, isn't she that sell a line of like Mexican foods?
Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too.
Whenever we
Kazuhiro.
go out, the people always
It's
shout.
Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
Quit touching.
Call me Ishmael.
They've got a supply port north of
Don't
Puerto
shake
The
hands.
Paz
for
didn't
your
really
friend, Paz.
respond in
town
any
on
way
the
to
costa
that.
del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured.
She was looking for the red.
After she went to a blind
She's
rage and
only
killed
a
everyone
child.
she encountered.
16 years old.
Now
They
she's
did
37.
Terrible things to her. But somehow
You
she
can
managed
zoom
to escape.
On
Thank God.
seriously,
I don't
She's
understand
Huerfana.
this.
Her mother died when she was small.
zoom in on those
She
well
lost her
covered up
grandparents in
feminine
the
body
Civil
parts.
War.
Whoa.
Oh,
She hates war.
oh,
with a
okay, I get
passion
it.
Like no other.
You can perv out if you want to.
My name is
guys.
Paz,
No.
and I will do anything to
Well,
protect
they said
my
something about her
namesake.
mother, but we were too distracted by the look at her
It's my
underwear
one
mechanic.
and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Make them go somewhere
Sorry,
else to cause
kid.
trouble.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
He's Ayatollah Khamenei. He's ready to hire Big Boss.
Sure. Now loading.
So I guess you might have to split this after the fact already.
Prologue. Army without borders. Alright.
Okay, so there's that.
Sure is.
Now you can
Hey, there's a map. Alright. And don't
Hey,
hit the
play it
playa.
Playa de Alba. That's the home of one of the two sisters who were descendants from the Saints.
Yes. And don't hate the playa. Hate the game.
Don't don't hate the playa. Hate the Alba.
Yeah. So, that was our little introduction and the prologue, and that's how. I know you didn't get to play through the tutorial, but while the controls are slightly different, they're simplified. So if anything, hopefully it will be a little easier to
Hopefully,
deal with.
if I even get a turn before you beat the game in one sweeping run, I should be able to cope.
That's possible. I am that good.
You don't know. You never know.
Well, neither of us know. That's true. It's blind, everybody.
Oh my god.
So when we come back next time, I guess we will continue our path out. I don't actually know what we're supposed to be doing now, other than like we just.
I think I was like hoping you would pause before a 30-minute codec call came in.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating a 30-minute codec call opening the next video.
Yes. So until then, folks, this is Bobo the Vulture.
I'm the mysterious, not mysterious, but mysterious JG.
And this is Mysterious Bobo plays
Peace Walker.
Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Okay, it is solid. I'm just looking at the cover now. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.
Bye.